Good afternoon here in North America. Good evening to the people in the UK. It is the football transfer deadline day. Sam, a lot of eyes on Kylian and Mbappe today. Has been refusing contract extensions with Paris Saint-Germain. Real Madrid understands they want to get him now, right? So they have made some bids. Where are we at with that, Sam?
So, with that one, it looks increasingly likely that he's going to stay at PSG for another year. I think they want to test out that Messi, Neymar, Mbappe front three and see what that can do, and then he'll leave on a free next summer. Contract is up. During the final season, I think they're going to play it that way. They could have gotten at least $200 million from them. I think Real Madrid was offering like $200 million or something like that.
Yeah, I think it was like 160 million euros or something like that. But
they had to come back with the second. So
yeah. But keep in mind, they can just sign him for free next summer. They're trying to do business with Paris Saint-Germain, and we'll definitely. It'll be interesting to see how that all goes. But there's a lot of stuff going on right now. There's some rumblings about McKinney being offered to a team that you wouldn't suspect. Burnley, that's strange. If I'm McKinney, I either fight for my place at Juve or I pray someone like your Gunners or my Tottenham Hotspur come forward and take him. I'm surprised Aouar on Lyon hasn't been snatched up. Exactly. What is going on with Marcel Sabitzer? Do we have anything with that? I mean,
yes, Marcel Sabitzer made it official yesterday, and Bayern made it official yesterday. So I think he signed like a 4-year deal or something like that. It looks he looks weird in a Bayern jersey. It's kind of strange.
McKinney to Burnley is like the weirdest thing ever, dude. It is so weird. What do you mean? Like that's because I think he's such a great talent, good American player, good man.
He needs to be in Europe for sure. Mm-hmm. And he can, he'll be it's like him and Pulisic and Reinhard, there's a lot of promising young Americans, and they all kind of need to be in Europe. You know what I mean? To progress. You guys have.
I feel you, dude.
And look what he's done. He was a Team of the Year player. So crazy.
What do you think of? We'll get into your Arsenal off the hop here. Arsenal, how have you found? We're going to go through all the big Premier League teams first, then we'll go into the world stage. So let's start with Arsenal here. They have had an interesting deadline. They bring in Ben White. They bring in Ramsdale. Looks like Tomiyasu is coming in here.
Yeah,
he's a really good player from Bologna, or however the fuck you say their name. Bologna or whatever. Yeah, he's coming in. It sounds Italians. It sounds like it's going to be around 20 million euros, which I think is a really good price for him. How do you find their deadline so far? You okay with it so far?
Yeah. So the whole thing is do I really trust this man and Edu, and do I trust them to spend all of this money that the Kroenkes are now willing to invest, upwards of 200 million pounds. It's unheard of for us. This is I'm pretty sure the only window where we haven't brought someone in on loan or sent someone out on loan from the first team, notable signing. So it's all have been big money signings. Yeah, exactly. Ben Scheidt.
I think they've done a decent job. I still think there's too many old bodies hanging around. It's they've had 3 different managers and all the players are still the same. It's how many times over? I get where people are frustrated with Arteta. I would be too. But how long is it before we start to realize that Aubameyang and Lacazette, you're not that not to be that guy, but you're not that guy, pal. I don't think that's the guy that's going to lead you. They're not other top level guys. They don't have a Kevin De Bruyne. They don't have a guy like Havertz or Mason Mount or
not anymore. Not anymore. It's different.
No,
it's different
now. So I think
it's funny how we used to have that we always used to have that same sort of player profile in our team and like multiple of them, and then we would like crank them out of the academy, and that's why we saw like Jack Wilshere and one of the most creative, most technical players that have ever come out of our academy. And I don't know, we had Otso, but this was at a time when we necessarily didn't spend a lot because we were still paying off the stadium. So now, it's weird to see the investment in the team now and then just the shit recruitment compared to like, if we maybe had a different manager or a different director of football, someone making the decisions, the recruitment. I don't know. I just feel like it could be definitely could be better. And like how we haven't brought in like Awar, and we're gonna play Tomiyasu at the right back position when I think he's kind of just a better center back than anyone we have right now. I don't know.
Yeah.
He seems very comfortable with the ball. He seems like he's a very similar player to William Saliba, and I can't believe we've let William Saliba go. It doesn't make sense.
No, that is.
He had an obvious like vendetta for him from the get-go. Arteta to he just,
I feel that.
Yeah, I don't know, but listen, we'll see what happens. There's still like 5 hours left or something like that, and
yeah, man, there's still some hours left here in the deadline. Liverpool. Do you think they've been a little too quiet this deadline?
I do think Liverpool have been a little bit too quiet. I know that their director of football, I forgot his name. I think he's some British dude. He's leaving. I think at the start of the season or at the end of next season. And he's responsible for Mane and Salah and Firmino, if I'm not mistaken. So, someone like that could be, a great. He's without a job now or next season. So maybe like someone like Arsenal or someone like a Wolves or someone can pick him up and just like let that guy go to work. But back to Liverpool, I just think like they haven't really brought in anyone except for Konate from Leipzig. So I don't know. What do you think?
I don't think they've done enough, but if they are healthy and can stay healthy, they'll definitely be a top 4 team. I just don't think they'll be much better than Man United.
At least 4th place.
And let's talk about Man United. They bring in Rafael Varane and Cristiano Ronaldo this window, as well as Jadon Sancho, which almost seems to be forgotten because there's been so much news involving Manchester United and rumors and everything else. But they had themselves, quite the deadline transfer window here, and I mean. You gotta feel confident if you're a Man United fan right now.
100%, and it's still like, what's Ronaldo like 36, 37 or something like that? Like, he's definitely still got it in him. He's proved he can kind of score goals and win stuff everywhere. So he can. I don't know if it's enough for them to win the league, but they need to be challenging for the league and not the league, and at least win like a League Cup or an FA Cup or something like that. Like at least
Man United needs silverware this season, or Ole's in trouble, I think.
Yeah, 100%. But they just sold
down. He's getting a little loud there. I don't know what's going on.
I heard that. I was like, what? But which we're calling back to United. Daniel James just signed for Leeds.
Yeah.
After all these years and after, the whole controversy on the All or Nothing, did you see that where he was so close to the move to Leeds the season before they got promoted, and it didn't happen. Something it just fell through.
Yeah, something fell apart. Yeah.
And he went to Man United, but
ends up in Leeds, man. I don't know. I think Leeds are they've shown ambition. I think
they've shown ambition.
They're doing the best they can.
Yeah, they show that they can sit comfortably in the mid-table. They've worked themselves back up. They have a really good foundation. A lot of young players, a lot of fearless players, a lot of a manager that who players play for. So I don't know. They got a good situation going there. good culture for sure around the club.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Now we're going to switch it. Tottenham Hotspur, they've had an interesting transfer deadline. They've had guys come out, guys come in. They signed Serie A Defender of the Year, Christian Romero from Juventus. I think that was a smart, or not from Juventus. He actually came from Atlanta, but he was on loan from Juventus. Then Atlanta triggered their buy clause and turned around and sold him to us for more, is what happened there. So like Tottenham's new director of football, Fabio Paratici, he was the director at Juventus before taking the Tottenham job. So he knew Romero, obviously, from having him sign there and then loaning him out to Atlanta and the steps that he took. I like that signing for them. I like the kid that they just grabbed from Barcelona, Emerson there. He's going to probably be him and Tanganga will probably be holding down that right side. So they're putting trust in two young kids, but two young kids with a lot of potential.
Yeah, 100%. I think, Romero showed what he can do, and he's played in the Champions League for Atalanta. And he had a really good Copa America, and he's coming off of a trophy win during the summer. So you would feel that he's very confident right now. And a move to the Premier League, one of the biggest leagues in the world, one of the most competitive leagues in the world. I don't know. I think
it's going to take him an adjustment. It's going to be an adjustment, though. I don't expect, he's not going to win Defender of the Year one in the Premier League. That's just not going to happen. But it's a great signing for them. Big money signing. You don't often see them move the purse strings like that. But
exactly.
They did. And then
Levy really digged into the pockets here.
Yeah.
For this window. And then, whatchamacallit, we've talked about Tanganga. I think he's one of your best,
young players.
Yeah. One of your best players for sure. And that just proves that you guys have a really nice academy. And then Oliver Skip too. I like how he.
They put the youngster right in there. He was with Norwich down in the championship last year on loan. They came up, right? Or did they come up? Yeah, they're up. And I remember last season when they were talking to Jose about the future, he was like, I think Oliver Skip will be the captain of this team one day. He's such a great talent. And he's come in like a glove, man. Right next to Højbjerg. That's a nice pair in the middle. I think
it's a really good pivot to each other. Yeah, I think that's a really good pivot.
They still need a defensive midfielder. I can't believe we're not going to have a backup striker, a creative midfielder. They still didn't do enough.
What happened to Vinicius?
Well, he was just on loan. I liked Vinicius, actually.
I did too.
I thought he was a fine backup striker. Yeah, but they didn't trigger the buy option, and now he's moved somewhere else, didn't he?
I have no idea. That's what I'm saying.
I think he just moved to PSV. I think he went to PSV Eindhoven or whatever. So
let him play there. Speaking of the Dutch league, then going back to Arsenal, Reece Nelson just signed a 1-year contract extension with Arsenal, and then is spending this season on loan at Feyenoord in the Dutch League One Eredivisie. So I think that's a good move for him. I think he needs regular football, and he's good. He's just kind of got no end product, and I think the Premier League's a little bit too much for him. But I think the Dutch league kind of suits a young, hungry style of play, and I think he's really technical and really skillful, and I think he'll do really well there.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Absolutely. Can't
Real Madrid signed Edouard Camavinga.
Huge signing for them. He's got a bright future, that kid.
Yeah,
man.
And I wish I wanted to see him play in the Premier League. Apparently, he's an Arsenal fan, has been supporting the club since being a kid. But I think Man United were in talks to sign him. It would have been interesting to see what that could have been. Fred isn't really going to be your – Fred's not really your option there.
I don't think so. Jerome Boateng.
Yep, to Lyon.
He goes to Lyon on a free.
Yep.
I know Sevilla was kind of sniffing around there, and they don't get it done. It sounds like Tanguy Ndombele is going to stay at Tottenham. A guy who, has all the skill in the world, but it seems like he just doesn't keep his fitness levels up. I mean, it's 3 managers now he's had issue with, but at what point is it like it's the player's problem?
Yeah, I think he didn't, and this is just because I watched the All or Nothing Amazon documentary, but it didn't really look like he had like gotten used to life in England. And
it's a tough adjustment for some guys, man.
Yeah,
it really is.
And like a very shy French guy, you know what I mean? You can't really speak the language that well, and when you kind of can't understand your manager, when there's like a language barrier, it's big. So I don't know. I can see it's. I was just saying to you before we went live, like he's really creative and he's probably one of your best like options for a center attacking mid, but it just can't get done. So, let him go play football elsewhere.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, another guy I want to see out is Serge Aurier. We don't really have a place for him.
Yeah,
here now with Tanganga and Emerson. I mean, he should go back to France somewhere. I heard there was a couple teams, but he was kind of I think he kind of was hoping that PSG would come in for him, but I don't think Pochettino. He's too reckless in his own box. He's not a bad defender, and he's a great right back on the offensive foot, but in his own end of the field,
he provides something on the front foot.
Yeah, on his back foot though, he's a fucking disaster. He's a train wreck.
Seriously.
So
whatchamacallit. So get this: Ronaldo's transfer fee is 19.7 million British pounds.
Yeah, that's it. They would have sold that in jerseys the first day.
And the thing is, he's getting paid, I think, 750,000 euros a week, or something like that, or pounds a week. Or something like that. Can you imagine? He's making like, what is that in American dollars or whatever? It's got to be just under like. That's crazy, dude.
It's either way, it's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money, and that's not including his endorsements, obviously, which is like another couple $1 million.
There are some rumors circulating out there about Antoine Griezmann. I haven't really been able to check into it, but there was talks of Atletico kind of wanting him back. I mean, obviously he would have to take a significant pay cut to go back there. His wages at Barcelona are astronomical, but I think that could be something to monitor down the. There's always that surprise deal that comes out of left field.
Yeah. Whatchamacallit, speaking of pay cuts, Jordi Alba and Busquets have taken pay cuts at Barcelona to allow Aguero's transfer to be registered.
Yeah, dude. I mean, they signed Depay. They sign, they try to bring back Messi. Ends up they can't do that. I want to ask you.
Yeah.
I want to ask you something.
Yeah.
Jack Grealish gets signed by Man City for $100 million. The next day, Lionel Messi comes. It ends up costing them their chance to sign Harry Kane. Do you think if they had a time machine, Cristiano Ronaldo, do you think they would have went back and maybe not signed Grealish and went after one of those?
The thing is, I don't think they were ever going to sign Ronaldo. And do you know what you want to hear?
No, not Ronaldo. Not because of the Man United link. I mean, more so Messi.
Yeah, I think he definitely could have had a really good chance at ending up at Man City, like 100%. And I think if that's what you're asking, if they could have gone back to sign Messi instead of pulling the trigger on Jack Grealish, who, to be honest with you, like Jack Grealish though is just like the best Premier League. It's like him and Kevin De Bruyne are like the most Premier, and like Kane. It's just like they're like perfectly suited for the Premier League. So it would have been cool to see Messi at Man City, but I think it makes more sense that Grealish went, even though it doesn't really make sense. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it, man. I get it. But I want to see some more moves here. Like I'm getting a little antsy.
It's kind of quiet here. It's not crazy. I think everyone kind of did their business already.
Yeah, a lot of teams are probably just trying to work on getting rid of trimming the fat, which is always.
Yeah, so contracts are getting signed till June 2027. That was Camavinga's contract. So it's crazy to start seeing numbers go closer to 30, like 2030. Isn't that just like weird?
I know, dude. It's weird to even hear you coming close to that. It is kind of fucked up. It is kind of fucked up.
Think back to like people living in like 1927. Like we're like that, except like 100 years in the future.
I don't know, man. I don't think Tottenham have done enough. I'm worried. I know they're 3-0, but they've only got 3 goals, 4. I mean, you're not going to just pitch clean sheets every game.
That's Nuno's style of play, though.
I know, but I mean, that has a shelf life. You saw it with Jose, right? He had that early success, and then.
Yeah, but like Mourinho's known for like scoring goals and then sitting off. But like with Nuno, it's basically just you defend and then you counterattack, and then if you score, you just defend the rest of the game. So most of his wins aren't that high scoring, really.
No. I just feel like with Kane and Son and
like
guys like that, we need to be scoring a little bit more.
Yeah. I definitely don't think it'll be as like creative and free flowing as it used to be under like Mourinho or something.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you guys are going to be super dangerous on the counter, and we've seen.
And they're not going to. I don't think they're going to blow the leads like they were under Mourinho. I think they'll actually be a little more defensively structured.
Exactly, and I think your signings have really showed that that's what was highlighted this summer. Is that I guess what they were.
Defense.
Yep. That's what the executives thought were the key points to, strengthen it.
What's going on, Jordan? What's happening, brother? What's up, Paul? He hates soccer, Paul. Love it. Man, I really am upset though. Like we don't have a creative midfielder. I'm not counting on Ndombele ever. I don't understand why we're not looking at a creative midfielder unless they really believe that like Dele Alli can do it, or maybe they're going to push Son inside behind Kane and use that Brian Gill that they signed or whatever, out wide. I don't know.
What's the point of bringing that kid in if he's just going to sit on the bench? I mean, he's a decent squad player, but you may as well start him one game and see what happens. And then you also have Lucas Moura sitting on the bench.
I know. It's like, I know they have a lot of games with that stupid conference league or whatever, but we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see how much.
Well, I'm just tweeting out the
whether you think that they were good or not last year, just the last thing about Tottenham is Bale and Vinicius scored 26 goals between the two last year. And I don't think they've replaced one of them.
No. Nope.
That's a lot of goals to be missing from your squad in a season.
Especially when they have, I'm pretty sure isn't the Conference League like more games than the Europa League or something like that? Or
probably, man. I can't even stand that shit.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm glad I'm not in Europe. West Ham did get a lot better today.
Yeah, West Ham did get a lot better.
They got a lot better. They did strengthen their squad for sure. When you signed Zuma and they just signed that Vlakic guy or whatever his name is, the Nikola Vlasic or whatever his name is, the Croatian guy. I think they definitely strengthened their team for Europe. That's for sure. I think they're going to be a fun team to watch in the Europa League. So just under 5 hours left in the window. Going to be a long 4 hours where I don't think Spurs and Arsenal are going to make any sort of moves anymore. I think we're kind of done here for both of us.
Hold on one sec. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I've been here. I've been heard you.
Okay, I lost. Oh, there we go. Okay, my headphones went. They go out. It's like they don't stay connected. Like every 20 minutes they fall out. It's really weird.
Jordan just asked, "Where's Big Dick Jack today?" Where's he at?
He is working on the Jake Shields podcast. Jake and I are recording, so Jack gets the agenda ready. Because there's a lot of processing. You know how we got that score, that like the rundown board on the side, like that all takes a ton of time to put together. So we got to get a lot of stuff done ahead of time.
Dude, there's a freaking lawnmower going outside my house or something, or some guy's edging his lawn. Like, he's just fucking like spraying that thing. Like,
spraying the whole block.
Did you hear it or no?
A little bit.
My bad, bro.
Don't even stress, bro. I don't care. It's all good.
No, he's back, bro. Burlington, dude.
I love him. I love
fucking
that guy.
Vermont.
You got to cut the grass sometimes.
Yeah. Dude, you know what I think's a weird move? Yeah, dude, I'm kind of just vibing. That kid's like I'm a personality, but like he's like really a personality. But good on him. I fucking love that guy. But I kind of
the thing I like about Bane is he's like a good kid when he's not in his character.
Too. He's really funny.
But people either like him or they don't, which is also a good thing. Like,
yeah,
like you either like him or you don't.
Exactly.
And I think that's cool.
It's pretty respectable, 100%. He's unapologetically himself.
Yeah.
Which is sick. Thank you, Jordan. Dude, so what I found really weird, or a move that I found weird, was Odson Edouard going to Crystal Palace. I don't know how Patrick Vieira pulled that one off, but that was really out of left field for me. So was this Tomiyasu move. Like, where does this guy come from? I can't believe. The one thing I will say about Edu though, is that he basically pulled this transfer out of his ass. Like it came from nothing. Like,
yeah.
Unless all the links that were coming out on Twitter about Spurs signing him were to drum up Arsenal's interest or get it was like all agent talk, right? To like get
yeah. Sometimes that's just how it is too.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking that was, but I just think there's been a lot of this window has definitely been very strange. But it's definitely like one to remember, 100%. One of the more memorable ones of like the past 5-6 years.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I mean, Jesus, Messi, Ronaldo. You got Mbappe news that could still come, not come. There's been,
dude. I wonder.
PSG signed every free agent in the world.
Yeah, literally.
I would love to see Bernardo Silva get out of Man City.
Exactly. I think that could be a really good option for him, 100%. I think he needs regular minutes, and he won't really get that at Man City, especially as the season progresses, unless he stays healthy. I mean, he does play really well when he plays. I mean, I always want to take him on FanDuel, and I like always like gut instinct is like take him. He's going to score. He's going to pass the ball a lot, or he's going to create a chance or something. And he's been getting game time, which is strange. So I don't know what's going on with that, but I feel like at some point in the season you can't just bench Sterling and Mahrez the whole season, right? And like De Bruyne gets in that team, and then you have to put in Foden, and then you have to put in Mahrez and Sterling. So
and Grealish,
that's the thing with Man City is Pep has so much options. He's got so much squad depth. It's so crazy. What is it? Almost close to like £1 billion spent or something like that, or something like crazy. I can't. It's just like that's why I wish these Qatari links to Arsenal are true. Imagine.
Well, they're really playing it up on Twitter, those guys.
Yeah, but can you imagine if like your club got bought by like Daniel Levy was like, yeah, like
that'd be the best ever, man. Get him out of here and have some rich motherfucker that wants to invest in the team. Yeah, that's the dream, but also it kind of sucks. And it sucks because I don't respect Pep Guardiola as much as a lot of other people do. The guy spent $1 billion in 5 years. Like, that's fucking madness.
Yeah, but the thing is...
That's madness.
But the thing is, he's found a club that is so rich and is so willing to just spend so much money that they give him the freedom to coach whatever he wants or whoever he wants and however he wants because he's trusted, and they have ambitious, rich owners who are backed by a fucking country. Like,
it's crazy, man.
It's like a crazy setup. I mean, they got relegated like 20-something years ago or something like that. Like when we were a top club. It's weird to see like the different like. I saw this like post on Twitter the other day where it was like a score line from like one of the 2000 some season in like the early 2000s, like 2002, 2003, or 2003, 2004, or something. The year they went invincible, or the year after, and it was a video of us. There was a picture of a score line from back then. It was like 5-2 Arsenal to Man City, and it's weird to see like Arsenal getting fucking spanked 5-0. It's crazy.
It is messed up, dude, to see them get beat so bad.
But Spurs get a win. Spurs beat them, so I mean, Nuno's obviously doing something right?
Well, there's a North London derby coming up soon, isn't there?
Yes, there is, September 26th, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh,
that'll be a fun stream for show. That'll be a really good stream. Although I think Arsenal's gonna get spanked, but I think we both know that coming. So do you guys still have that Jack Rodon guy, that Welsh center back?
Joe Rodon? Yeah, he's still around too. He's supposed to be like a good young player, but I mean, I know he's Welsh. I don't know much about him. I would have expected him to go out on loan.
Yeah, like I don't see him getting into the team at all. I mean, maybe for like a conference league game. Is it weird saying conference league?
Yeah, it's weird.
The conference league.
It's weird as hell.
Weird as frick.
What did I think of the Paul fight? I thought it was a draw. I don't think either guy should walk away from that feeling too proud. And like, that's as good as it gets for Jake Paul. Like, if he goes up another level from Tyron Woodley, he's going to get hurt.
Yeah, I feel like if that was a UFC fight, like you get punched.
Like if that was Kamaru Usman in there, like he's called out before, or Nate Diaz, I think Jake Paul would have got slapped.
The thing is, though, like, correct me if I'm wrong, boxing gloves are just more padded than UFC gloves, right?
Yeah, it's more ounces to your head. It's different, right? Obviously, you don't get the.
He got punched like that in the back of the head, like that punch. I feel like he would have gone down, and then the ref may have. The ref may have intervened and called the fight then in UFC, but it's boxing.
Yeah. I mean, they didn't call the knockdown when it was a clear knockdown. That pissed me off.
Yeah. I don't know, and I feel like we talked about it already. Jake Paul was obviously already going to win.
Yeah, like if it went to the judges, you knew there was going to be fucking
yeah, it was going to be. Yeah, it was pretty even the whole. It was pretty. Yeah. Oh, obviously. UFC is just completely a better sport or combat sport. It's like boxing, you can't kick people and lift them up and throw them on their fucking neck. You can't fucking like throw a flying knee. Dude, the flying knee is the craziest thing. It's like I love those knockouts in UFC. It's like watching like I was talking about it the other day with my roommate. It's like the UFC is the most like basic instinct, like human being thing, like two men like fighting out of respect, like
man, it's battling
to death. It's so crazy.
It's honestly fucking crazy. It's a crazy sport, dude.
Yeah, I love it.
It's actually a crazy sport. I love it too. It's crazy.
So Sky Sports have been talking about fucking Celtic sign Georgios Giakoumakis from VVV Velvio. And it's like they've been talking about it for 10-15 minutes because there's nothing else to talk about. It's, like, it's the most boring fucking transfer.
I know, like the day all the shit already happened. Like they couldn't have waited.
Exactly. It'd be different if we got like a Ronaldo like picture of him signing his contract, holding up a jersey, like.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, Moise Kean also went from Everton to Juventus on loan. I think with an option to buy or an obligation to buy. I know there's a buy clause in it though, which is good because Everton, he wasn't going to ever play at Everton, and now he can go.
What about James Rodriguez? What's going to happen to him?
Who fucking knows? I have zero respect for that guy. I think he was a great player, but I just think like the way he kind of like talked to the media, and especially recently when he was just like saying like he doesn't know who Everton are playing next week or like this weekend or whatever like that. He said that in like a fucking interview. Like,
yeah, he's trying to get out of there because the guy who took over was like the guy who forced him out of Real Madrid, right?
Yeah, and it's the same. It's crazy that like players, but I kind of respect players for doing it because it's like them like sticking up for themselves, I guess. And you can say they're being greedy, but I think it's more or less because they want to play and they want to like they know if they put it out in the open on social media or something like that, or in an interview or in the media, like it's gonna get traction from the club, and then the club's gonna have to do something. It's a good way to get stuff done, like to make it's a good way to like let your club know that you want to go.
So Saul went to Chelsea from Atletico Madrid.
That's official right now? That's official, or there's a bid?
Yeah, no, it's official. It's a loan, I think, with option to buy.
I'm going to transfer center on my
Fabrizio Saul to Chelsea. That's a big one too. Saul's a good player. Okay, we're starting to get a little more news coming here.
So Madrid offered 200 million or 220 million for Mbappe, and PSG didn't entertain the offer.
What? Yeah, the kids go in there. They're really trying to just hope that he sees what playing with. They just want him to see what it's like to play with Neymar and Messi, right?
Yeah, 100%.
And hopes that like he'll be like, oh shit, never mind.
Yeah, literally.
Kind of makes sense.
It does make sense. I think it's like it also makes sense in a business standpoint for PSG because they're going to make a shit ton of money if they play Messi, fucking Mbappe, and Neymar at the same time. That's going to be ridiculous. I don't know. Would you rather if you're if you're Messi, would you rather play with Suarez and Neymar or Mbappe and Neymar?
Mbappe and Neymar.
Yeah, I think Suarez steals a lot of goals and so does Mbappe, but Mbappe also, I don't know. I think they're two very similar players in their primes. I think who knows if Mbappe is even in his prime right now, but
yeah, who knows?
Burnley also signed the other day Maxwell Cornet for a Cornet from Lyon, but which is weird because that was also a very weird place for him to wind up because he's actually like really slept on as a player. I think really good, and he's something that they don't have in terms of what he offers to the team, and I think. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Weston McKennie goes to Burnley. Can you imagine?
I would be sick about that.
Because then he'll be there for like 2 years, and then he'll go to a bigger club, 100%. I can see that. Let him play in the Premier League with a smaller team, experience the Premier League, get like amalgamated to it or whatever the word is, and then go to a. Dude, I think he'll go to Spurs at some point in his career. I really do.
Who's
I can't see him in like an Arsenal red shirt. I just think he just looks. I don't know. It looks like it makes more sense if he's wearing a Tottenham shirt. And it hurts to say that because I'd love to see an American fucking play at Arsenal, but.
I would have loved to get Traore. Tottenham should have done that. I think he would be the perfect guy.
Yeah, I really think Nuno should have tried harder for that one. Or maybe he did. Who knows? But you would feel if he tried hard for that, then he could have gotten it for sure.
Yeah, I would have liked to gotten him, but it's not going to happen. I wanted Ruben Neves too, like either
I
one.
think,
Like,
yeah, and he had offers from Arsenal, and he had offers from, or not offers, but interest from Arsenal and Man United. I think he could have wound up at a bigger club,
yeah,
100%. Um,
I'm just waiting on news here.
seriously, I'm like refreshing Twitter. AFC Bell just tweeted 3 minutes ago. Source close to Mohamed El Neni tells the Bell that the players' camp is not expected to cash out. El
So
Neni
they're
is
saying that Sky Sports just put out Real Madrid will sign Mbappe on a pre-contract agreement for free. PSG could have had more than 220 million euros today.
what? That just came out right now.
Yeah, I'll tag you in it. Just tagged you. Lookman went from Leipzig to Leicester. That's a good move as well. I forgot to mention that.
Wow! Breaking news: Chelsea and Atletico Madrid have agreed a deal for signing guys. Yes, that's like official now.
Yeah, that's Sal. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying Sky Sports just
Oh, yeah.
right now.
Oh, no, yeah. I trust when Fabrizio gets excited and starts standing up and yelling on his
Yeah,
podcast.
I was gonna say when you said that, like Fabrizio, like definitely breaks a lot of this stuff, and then like it takes a little bit for Sky Sports and the bigger people to like pick it up.
Yeah.
Like he's just got his contacts. Dude, Fabrizio.
Everyone in his chat is asking for Tottenham news. They're all flipping out.
Everyone in his chat.
Yeah, on his thing, Tottenham news. Some guy says Spurs are rubbish.
Dude, I think Spurs are gonna have like a bigger like Italian fan base because of this director of football.
We'll see. I'm impartial to all of it.
Yeah.
I'm just ready to be heard again.
I think, like I said, I think you guys are chilling this season. I don't know.
I always think that.
You can never be so confident, and I know that feeling because I'm not confident at all. But I think you guys are better positioned to do like better than us. I guess you guys have all the. There's a good culture around your club, and there hasn't been a good culture around Arsenal for like fucking since I've been watching, really.
Okay, well, we just put out like a royal Emerson, like a little subliminal tweet that like everyone already knows is official. Like, I don't know why you're doing subliminal tweets at this point. Just announce the fucking deal, take a picture of the kid in the shirt, and move on.
Yeah. Seriously, there needs to be. But why are they breaking PSG reject 189 million Mbappe bid?
He just said something. I don't know. I missed what he said. He said something about Italy. Okay, I guess Tottenham's deal is complete for Emerson Royal.
Oh, okay.
Move for 25 million euros. That's what they paid for him. That'll help them be able to put some more contracts on the books that they already had people sign.
Yeah, literally.
Hilarious.
It's 6:30 p.m. in England right now. Right now, dude, I have a professor who's like fucking Irish, like super thick Irish accent. He's like talking to me about football and like how the fuck you say it. So funny.
Oh, Tottenham just announced Royal officially.
No way. Really? What are you looking on Twitter?
Yeah, they just posted it. Poor guy. Wanted to be at Barcelona. And then they're like, by the way, can't afford to have you here.
What did he play? Like 1 or 2 games at Barcelona, I think?
Yeah, something like that. Hilarious. And then they'll be like, oh, we tried to do more business. We didn't. No creativity. We'll suck. 1 goal a game. Spurs. That's so Spurs.
The Spuds.
Yeah.
Like,
at least you guys added like Odegaard back, right?
I was about to say, like, it's better than being an Arsenal fan, bro. Come on.
Yeah, but I mean, at least you brought that guy back. Like, why didn't we just bring Bale back then? Like, he still scored goals. He wasn't great, but he still was putting balls in the net.
Yeah, I don't know why he.
His goal per minute ratio was the best in the Premier League last year, but no one talks about that.
The thing is, he's more well received at Spurs than he is at Real Madrid, and he wanted to go back and play at Real Madrid. I don't get that.
Well, it's because they brought back that manager that he really liked, right?
Ancelotti.
Yeah. Daniel James looks like a hostage holding up that Leeds jersey. He's like, my Man United dream is over. Fuck.
Is that like Jack on his like dad's computer, or is that like one of Jack's like brothers or something?
Maybe Jack on dad's computer. No, actually, Jack's actual name is John.
Oh, then that makes sense.
I forgot about that.
That makes sense.
Right. For like a sack.
Yeah, dude, I just like. I can't believe we haven't seen anything from Liverpool. Oh shit! That was fucking
bang.
Dude, I hate that.
Slow down time though here. Little slow.
Seriously. I don't think that'll happen again. That's big. So it's going to be pretty sick to see Ronaldo playing in the Premier League again. I mean, I wasn't watching when he was at United. So.
Oh, I remember he had that like 38 goal season, and then he went to Real Madrid.
Yeah, you probably saw some of his free kicks. And stuff
for sure.
Like
oh yeah. Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah. I remember when he left. Yep. And then I remember like Suarez left Liverpool, and that was crazy too. And then Fernando Torres went from Liverpool to Chelsea, which was like a huge failure and was funny.
Yeah, I started watching like 2014-15 season, but it's weird because I've been playing soccer like since I was like 3, and I like never watched. I like never thought about like watching soccer. Like,
no, man, it's a sport. It's better when you're older, in my opinion, in North America.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, when you play it when you're older, I feel like it's the same. When you play soccer or football in real life, and then you play and then you watch it and then you can then sort of like learn by watching. And I feel like if I would have done that at like a young age, then like maybe I would have liked playing more, but I just fucking sucked. And I was like always like completely out of shape. It's a hard sport, man. Very hard sport to play.
That was a long time ago. Yeah, Jesus.
Yo, what's up, Nick? You support Everton? Nice.
Yo, what up, Nick? You think they're going to be able to get Rodriguez out of there? Like, what the hell? That was.
Yeah, you missed. We were talking about James a few minutes ago. We were talking about Moise Keane. That it didn't really work out with him and with you guys.
Hell yeah. Let's see. I hear him getting a little loud, but I think he's just excited.
Dude, I think that Cucurella deal from Getafe to Brighton is crazy. That's also a really cool deal. I've seen like his highlights and I watched a few games. Like he's actually like he's a really exciting player. Good young prospect. Really good young like Spanish kid.
Oh yeah.
He plays like wing back and can play forward and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all, man. Well, yeah, it's been a crazy deadline leading up to it. I don't think it's going to get much crazier today. I don't think we're going to see.
Yeah, I was just about to say it's like
unless like PSG give in and just sign the deal, but I don't think they will. But if anyone would wait to the last second and then do it, it's PSG. They don't give a fuck.
100% for a big name player like that, then yeah.
I don't get why you would let him leave for free when you could get $220 million for him now. I know you want to see them all together, but fuck me.
So Ronaldo's contract is a two-year deal with an option for a further year. I think he'll definitely wind up being there for 3 years.
Yeah, he's still got a career left for sure.
Yeah, and then he's gonna hopefully go to America or something.
What do you think about him and Cavani playing together?
Dude, I think it's gonna be dirty.
Again, yeah.
I think it's gonna be dirty. But then it's just like, where does you need to play Greenwood? He needs to find Ole has to find a way to start Greenwood every single game because he's ridiculously good. He's going to be like the next Rooney. He's going to be like the next.
Yeah, Mason Greenwood's awesome, man.
Yeah, and I think you just bought Sancho. You have Martial and Rashford.
They have a lot of good talent on that team now, man.
They have a lot of depth right now. Not so much in defense or with their goalie, but they do have some real depth going forward. Dude, how crazy did Messi look in a PSG jersey? That was weird.
It is so weird.
No, it's just my air conditioning coming on. My bad.
So weird. Why now, though? Jeez. He's at PSG too. Christ, what a fucking team.
Hakimi, it's crazy. It's like they played.
Yeah, Donnarumma, they signed in net.
Donnarumma, Wijnaldum, Hakimi, Messi, Ramos. It's like, what? It's going to be Ramos and Marquinhos. They better fucking win the Champions League, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I realistically, I think Chelsea's winning. But I would put, if I was betting, I'd put money on PSG, dude. While the odds are, like, nice now, probably.
Yeah. Jeez, there's just not a whole ton going on right now.
Seriously, there's like nothing going on. Everything happened like this morning in England.
There we go.
Apparently, Mikel Arteta and Edu have fallen out. There's no clarity in the system, quote unquote.
Who says that?
Le Grove. He's an Arsenal writer. the UK, I guess.
I think Tottenham are done for the day. I'm reading.
I think Arsenal are done as well. I think Weston McKennie's not going anywhere. I think we can both agree with that one. Except, Matthew Hoppe leaves Schalke to join Mallorca.
Okay.
Spain. That's a good deal. Good for him. Good American. Good young American exciting prospect.
Crazy.
Dude, Chelsea are going to be ridiculous. So many teams.
Yeah, dude, and they have so many good young players.
Chelsea are it's not just Chelsea though. It just like it outlines the bigger picture that clubs are like strengthening so much. The gaps are getting bigger between the clubs.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so Tomiyasu agrees a 4-year deal.
Okay.
I thought it was going to be like a 3 or something. Oh, but the Turkish clubs have another week until the window closes, so maybe El Neni can leave past this week.
Maybe, yeah.
It's still possible. Also, we didn't even talk about Maitland-Niles, dude.
No.
Like that's crazy. I fucking love that guy. I wish he would get a chance. I really wish he would. There's a lot of questionable shit that this manager does, and it's like one of the things that I don't think he's going to be looked back on fondly for the way he's treated some players. I don't think a lot of fans are going to look back fondly. Should I say?
No, I don't think so either. I think they'll be pissy.
He's a fucking stain to the club.
Absolutely.
I love this guy's name, Keith Downing. Just a top man.
Mm.
Top man.
Top man.
Those Brits love saying that. Top man.
Is it
top man? Dude, there's this show on Netflix called People Just Do Nothing. It's like a British. It's like a parody documentary sort of thing. It's about like a bunch of British rappers.
Okay.
Two like white British rappers with like thick London accents. They're from like Brentford, and they're really funny. And you should watch it. It's really you'll appreciate like the British slang. Because I know you like soccer and that shit. Your family's British.
Oh hell yeah! Oh yeah, that's awesome. I can check it out. I will have to check it out, man. But no, it's good. Check in, catch everything up with the deadline, see if anything happens down the stretch. I don't really think so.
I don't think so either. It's kind of a shame though. I'm wearing my jersey. I was like anticipating at least some outgoings. At least make something official at this point.
Yeah. So anything. Like,
nothing here. I think all this stuff I think right now is a very slow period of time with the remaining that we have left, but I think towards like the last hour, a lot of stuff will happen in terms of just making stuff official.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a lot going on.
Oh, no striker for Spurs. Like, what happens if Kane goes down? Like, they just put more up top, I guess.
We put like Son on top, or play him at like a false 9 or something, or a Mora exactly, or you put like a Dele Alli as a false 9, like Son out left.
Yeah, I guess it's not like imperative they get a striker, but I thought a creative midfielder would have been nice.
Yeah, it's just like, have you guys ever really replaced Christian Eriksen? No.
No.
Like he's He was one of those players in the Premier League one of those players we'll talk about that was like just reliable like most games. Like yeah, he had a spotty injury record, but he was just like so like he was so just like uniform every single week, like the same. He would put in like a solid performance, create a lot of chances. I would have taken him at Arsenal, to be honest with you. I remember there was like a rumor last summer or something like that before he went.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Some sort of rumor. Just Emerson Royal is official. Yeah, nothing crazy yet. We're still talking about that on Fabrizio's pod here. Still talking about it. But yeah, man, I think we can almost
sucks, but we can kill it, I guess.
Yeah, there's not much going on here. I don't know.
Disappointing.
Let's wait and see.
I'm still gonna keep my Arsenal jersey on. Fuck it.
All day, just in case.
Just in case. Literally.
How do you rate Arsenal's transfer? Like grade it? A, B, C?
Like out of 10, like a 3 out of 10. Like,
you think it's that bad?
Yeah, I just think there's been a lot of like filling the cracks that aren't necessarily what we needed. Like Tomiyasu isn't necessarily what we need, but he's like versatile and he's under like every single signing we made this summer has been under the age of 23. So it's clear to see what Arteta's doing, and it's for the future, and nothing is for the present. And I think Arsenal and the executives are banking a little bit too much on the future instead of worrying about what's presently going on, which is like embarrassing. So I think it's annoying. 3 out of 10. What do you think about Spurs window?
Nah, like a 5. I think Romero was a great signing.
Yeah.
I think Gil is like he won't really make an impact for a couple years. That Sarr kid they sent back out on loan, I think he could be good in a few years.
Yeah.
They paid a good fee for him and then loaned him back out. But I mean, I don't know much about this Emerson kid. We'll see. But I don't think, like you said, they've never replaced Christian Eriksen. And until they do that, it can't be more than a 5.
I agree. Good. Couldn't have said it any better from a rival standpoint.
Yeah, absolutely. And I get why they're not going to replace like Musa Sissoko in center midfield. They can They
have Oliver
Lo Celso. They got Skip. They can do that.
And then what's your rating? What's your rating on the window in general?
Oh, it's been like a 10, dude. I mean, Messi, Ronaldo.
Bar today, it's been like a 10. 100%.
Yeah, bar today, it's been a 10. Today is slow. Like that Saul deal, I don't really care about that.
Yeah, it's like what?
I didn't see Kunde move or anything like that to Chelsea, so I don't know. But yeah, man. Okay, let's kill this. Let's kill this thing dead, and then yeah,
all right,
it's a good hour, and kill it dead.